What are the range of emotions like in this kind of seesaw back and forth game in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. I felt like we rode, a few ways within the game. I felt like we played hard enough to kind of give ourselves a chance at the end. But I think it always comes down to a couple plays. You just want a couple plays back, and if you have those plays back, the game usually can go in your favor. But I thought we fought hard. And I think there's a lot of positives, that we could take away from it. It's just week 4 of like a 17-round bout. So, we have a lot more football left. But yeah, it always comes down to a couple plays.
What does the bounce back look like?
Did you think the field goal was good? Could you see from your vantage point?
Yeah, I always think it's good. I think that's part of it. Believing in your teammates, all the time. Whether things are going your way or whether they aren't. I thought he had enough leg. Obviously, even when they hit the upright, I thought it still was good. But it always sucks, when you run out of plays, you don't have any left.
What did you see on the interception early? It was kind of a turn point for you guys early in the game.
Just reading the quarterback. Just got a good jump on it. And then just try to make a play. I didn't think I played well that first series. And so, to come back and make that play for the team, I think that's what it's all about in the moment. Felt like it meant a lot. I think right now it, means very little.
Tyrann, on that, what was your vantage point of that penalty that was called in that drive on you?
I don't think I touched him in his face. I don't think I touched him. I know I didn't. So, but the call was made. You got to live with it. Even after that, I thought we continued to fight. I line up with this defense any day.
Dennis said a little while ago that it feels like you're all close to kind of getting this thing right. How do you feel about it?
We are. I think we are close. Obviously, there was a lot of expectations for us coming into the season. Not even outside of our locker room. I think within, just looking across the locker room, it's a lot of great players, on our team. And, it doesn't always start the way you hope, right? And it's kind of like life sometimes, we got a little bit of adversity. I think we're going to see what we are really made of. I think we got a lot of great players in our room. We got a lot of good men on our team. And so, we're like this, you just got to chop wood and carry water. It takes what it takes sometimes. And, you have to put in more work sometimes, and work harder. So, that's what we're looking at right now. I think, being able to go back home next week and play in front of our fans, that'll be a breath of fresh air for us. I think that'll give us a lot of energy. And so, just looking forward to taking it one game at a time. All we have to do is win one game, and we could really get rolling. So, but it starts with just practice. One practice at a time, one day at a time.
We talked earlier in the week about Justin Jefferson and how dangerous he can be. Is it just a matter of in a game like that, eventually they're going to, get theirs? Is that kind of what happened?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, man, he's like I said earlier in the week, he's a great player. Especially in this league, where you can't really touch him. You kind of just let him run free sometimes. But there's only a couple guys in the whole world that can cover him. I think Marshawn is one of them. So I thought he battled hard, all day. He fought all day long. And so, if we were able to see these guys again, it'll be the same matchup. It'll be 23 across from 18. So, and I'll choose my guy, every time.
The mindset right now, it's interesting you're talking about this team with all the leadership and the veteran players. Is there a fine line between not panicking, like you said, it's a long season, but yet still having that sense of urgency to address some of the details that might be?
Yeah. I think with every loss, I think the sense of urgency has to increase, especially in practice, preparation. Once you get to the game, it's usually time to have fun. You studied the opponent all week. You know what to expect. But I think during the course of the week, it takes what it takes. You have to get your body, mind, even your spirit right? Like all these things have to be in a certain place for you to be able to go out there Sunday, you know, or any game day, and really like give your best, you know, for your team. So, listen, I thought we fought hard in every game that we played in, and you know, sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way, sometimes the calls don't go your way. But you know, the beautiful thing about this league is, you know, as long as you got another week to play, you know, you should have at least somewhat of a smile on your face, you know, because you know, you just have that extra chance. You know, now when you run out of chances to play, that's when you really should be, you know, concerned. But you know, it's still early in the year. Like I said, every game comes down to a couple plays, and I think that's a good perspective to have. But you know, obviously, you know, you want to be able to, you know, make the most of it, you know, when you get that opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you.